morning. How's everyone doing? Ugh. Happy weekend. I think it's one of the first times I'm streaming on a Saturday, but you know, I thought, why not? BNB is playing out nicely, right? From our analysis from yesterday. That sweep into demand. Beautiful. I'm in longs on BNB. That's the only trade I'm in at the moment. On margin, of course. I think this moves at least towards these equal highs. I think my average entry is even lower than this, but that was basically the plan. What you think of Theta? We'll take a look. Good morning, good morning. Saturday is perfect for me. Sadly, I can never join during the week, but always enjoy the recording. Yeah, you know. Maybe I'll do this more often. But usually my weekends are a little more busy, and I try not to focus too much on trading in the weekends. I try to take some time off. But anyways. Anyone saw that Big Boy MMA fight? Yeah, I was just watching the recording like a couple minutes ago. It was crazy. Probably can trail your stops here, because if you take a look at the daily, right, if you target these highs, I mean, this should be the low in, right? If it goes back towards that low, I think we fill in this bump here into here, like this demand. You have a new invalidation here now, right? So this was demand now. This can be seen as demand now. The sweep below and the sideways price action bump. So the retest now must hold, in my opinion. So where is local liquidity gonna be resting? On the downside, that low, in my opinion. So you could even add, if you get a retest here, do something like this, and then up towards range highs. Take off half at range highs, I will at least, and then the rest is for $400. But I really like this chart. Funding has been negative as well. So getting paid to stay in your longs. Not that it matters too much, but it's nice confluence, you know. Peter, what's up? Creative Clips, welcome. Was it a good fight or a shitty one? I mean, it was for entertainment, you know, so it wasn't the best fight. So would you buy more if it dips again? Nah, probably not. I mean, maybe I'll buy some spots actually if we dip again in here, but as you guys know, I'm currently trading that 10k account, trying to run it up to something reasonable. So I'm at 1k risk already on that one, so I'll stick to that. Blood. Right, let's do some requests, I guess. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. All right. I think it's I think we get at least one more push lower. Maybe not now over the weekend, but maybe next week. Ideally early in the week. Let's see how the weekly is not looking too bad, you know. I mean, it's actually looking really strong even. So for me, right, if we take a look at current weekly low, maybe now during the weekend, spend some time still within this 4-hour range. I had this, I removed it. Okay, so this was our 4-hour range, right? With this as the current current weekly low, right? So for me, there's a good chance that first point we stay within this range over the weekend, right? Maybe even sweep some highs here. It looks good on the lower time frames, in my opinion. Yeah, clean highs up there. I wouldn't be surprised if we trade back towards this 4-hour range mean. But overall, not expecting anything big, so any big move, right? I think just chop in this range. And then ideally we close the weekly candle within this area, right? And then next week, I'll first be looking for a move below, at that point, last week's low, which is this week's low. Down here, right? Then look for a sweep below there into this former resistance, sort of sideways. Yeah, where we broke out of, you know, this was supply, initially rejected and then smashed above. So I think this area might be a good place to look for longs, right? And it's sitting right below that last week's, well, if the weekly closes up here, this will be last week's low. So it's actually this week's low. You get what I'm saying. And then I'll be looking for longs if we sweep the low here into that area. But like I said, not expecting this weekend. Ideally early in the week, next week, because then early downside in the week, ideally even from the weekly close. That would mean a very high probability that we will be trading back towards the weekly open and even trade above it. Back towards like 52k at least, you know, and just for a day trade would be a lovely play in my opinion. But yeah, overall, in order for us to trade to new highs, we'll need a break above this area. So a daily close above here, and then we probably send it towards 57. As long as we don't, I could see some downside. And like I said, the long play, if we get it, right? If we trade here, then close the weekly, maybe here, right? Straight down from the open. I'll be looking for longs, but my target, what will it be? Probably just this area, right? Just a quick scalp, day trade, whatever you want to call it. Close invalidation, something like this. And a target up here for a 2R. This wouldn't be a play where I'd be targeting new swing highs, you know. But yeah, we'll see. If it breaks below here, right, I could see us straight back towards 45k, honestly. And overall, right, in this, if you just take a look at the daily and how much we've pushed up, I even wouldn't be surprised if we would trade a bit lower, which is also the reason why I could see us take out that low, then trade back towards resistance, and then ultimately still see lower. So yeah, mixed feelings here, because I think a dip would be healthy for the chart, but at the same time, I feel like a lot of people are waiting for a dip, and a lot of people are underexposed still on Bitcoin, and would be very happy with a dip. So, which could be the reason we don't get a lot of downside. Live on Saturday, you good, mate? Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Haven't got a live one in a while. Hey, welcome, man. 50 plus watching, 2 likes. Can we do better? Yeah, let's hit the like, guys. Let's get it to 30 likes at least. Good morning, Dragos. So yeah, Bitcoin, I mean, dips are for buying, you know. Buying up here, nah. Scalp, yeah. Trade the range, as always. Right. BNB is my only long at the moment. Like I said, long from yesterday. Basically been going for higher highs and higher lows since this bigger range, right? High time frame. We're that close to this high. I would be surprised if we don't take it. So high time frame draw to the upside, and low time frame draw, right? It's similar to this range. The highs, the lows, sweep the lows, new breakouts. Now highs, the lows, sweep the lows, and yeah, new breakout, we'll have to see. But I think at least another sweep of this range high before potentially. That's why I'm gonna take off half here, and if we rip higher, happy days. Then we'll go for full target. Low time frame, I could see a dip here though. Clean low right here with hourly demand resting right under. So maybe something like this. Maybe even all the way back to range lows, who knows. And then to the highs next week maybe. All right. Cool. Check data. I will. You traded a few weeks ago. Yeah, I took some trades on this one. Oh yeah, that's when I said that once it would break out of this, it would bump hard. Is this the chart with the most? Oh no, clearly it isn't. Oof. Yeah, as you can see, I was targeting this right here, which got hit now. High time frame, I mean, looks good for this high now. And we have demand resting here, which I could see tapped over the next few days though. Because, yeah, look at the way we traded higher, right? Without taking a lot of liquidity to the downside. So what I'd be looking for here would be at least some ranging. Something like this. Maybe sweep the highs, maybe sweep the lows. But what I'd be looking for is a sweep of the lows here into that green daily demand or weekly demand even, and then just trade it back towards the high here and here. Right? But looks clean and looks good, right? After breaking out of this weekly range. It's a good example, you know, of what a chart can do when it breaks out of a weekly accumulation range. Aggressive downside, then sideways price action for ages, and then once it breaks out, like it pulls a pulls a massive move. Then in this case, right, just went straight up, then came all the way back down for the retest. Still a lot more ranging here, but yeah, some clean highs up there, so can be some nice trades on this next week. This is one that I bought this week. I tweeted about it as well. You see, it's pretty much the same, a weekly range where we broke out of. Well, it still has to confirm because I want the weekly to close above this level. If it does, I wouldn't be surprised to see straight continuation. If not, yeah, you could take this as the range low here, right? Because this was the initial high, then down to these lows, back up to the highs, sweep, and now clean lows. So sorry, could see something like this, and then upsides. That's actually something I would trade on one condition: if it closes the weekly above this range high. What are these levels though? I don't like them. Well, this one's clean, but the low, yeah, it's not that clear. What's the monthly look like? I mean, this is going to be a bigger level. You're gonna see why if I draw the range like this. Yeah, see? Oops. 50, 30, okay. You see? Whew. Look how clear. Look how clean. You see, aggressive downside, the low, high, and then unfortunately we didn't take the lows, but that's fine since we just broke out. So as long as we hold above range high here, I'm bullish and I think we will be trading higher, okay? But look how pivotal this mid-range was from all the way back here. Here as well, beautiful, beautiful. And then flipped, beautiful, and now breaking out. So yeah, I really like this. So I'm in spot. I bought spot on this one, and I will be watching this going into next week. Like I said, beautiful lower time frame range as well. So ideally for this one, close the weekly strong up here, and then just like Bitcoin, some downside early in the week, sweep the lows, and then just rip it up and squeeze higher. But I'm really bullish on this one. Make sense? Cursed coin, yup. Back above 0.5. Yeah, let's take a look at it. This one, I really need to keep an eye on this one. Yeah, keep an eye on this one. Let's see, yup. So, yeah, cursed coin, since we expected a higher from earlier. But I'm liking what I'm seeing right now, but I'm not convinced yet. So what I was waiting for on this one was a break above where the origin of the dump started, which is this red area. And that's still what I'm going to be waiting for. So for me, for this ideal scenario, break higher, right? Close the weekly strong or the 4 hour or the daily at least. At least close a daily candle above this red area, right? And then range a little. And then if we sweep some lows in here, something like this, that's where I'll take a long. Only if this happens, and then the targets are all of these highs. But until then, I'm not really too convinced. Also, all of these lows, look how ugly. So yeah, could still see this being a retest that sends us lower, a sweep, and then move higher. But yeah, anyways, it does whatever it wants, but yeah, that's the only way I would trade it again if it does that. Nothing much more to say. Loom, I was in spot as well from this range low reclaim from here, but I sold it on the pump because I didn't like the way the dailies and the weekly were looking. Daily being the flat bottoms here and here. Well, this one got taken then, but this one right now got taken, but I sold it up here already. Because yeah, look at the weekly. Now I wouldn't hesitate to buy again if we get some nice sweeps. Let's remove all of these because, but yeah, right now it just looks like we took this high into weekly supply, right? So that on its own is not the best look. But if it gives me a nice sweep of current weekly low, so down here, maybe even that one below, into weekly demand down there, I probably would be looking to buy some again, even if it's just for a bounce play, maybe not for all the way back in here. Yeah, range mean's gonna line up with that as well, probably. Yeah, see? Just a pivotal area in general. But if we do this, like I said, boom, I will likely buy some again. Because invalidation is very close, you know? So you know if it breaks below here, yeah, then you get the fuck out and probably trades a lot lower. Let's see, Sol, Blur, Root, Theta will do. Okay, Sol. Sol. Where is it? Bleh. Yeah, still ranging, you know. I mean, Sol's been performing really, really good for a very long time. That it only makes sense that it's slowing down a bit and ranging for a bit. But the target for Sol, I do think that Sol will be trading significantly higher. And I think the short-term target is 140, this clean high up here. But that doesn't mean we can't see some downside first, right? So first area of interest already got hit here. I mean, it's currently sitting at support, actually. Let's take a look. If we draw this as a range, probably will line up with range mean again. Yep, you see? So could at least see a bounce from here. Maybe not a significant breakout. Well, in order for us to trade towards 140, we will need a break above range high here. That will be main resistance. But if we get back above here, yeah, I think we squeeze a lot higher. So not a bad idea to just scale into some spot, in my opinion. Maybe not here. Like, either it bounces here, right? And then you have this as resistance, and yeah, where we're at as support. Or we break below range mean, and then I think we trade back towards the lows. So then it's probably back towards this pivotal, sort of pivotal area. And these clean lows here. So that could then be a nice place to pick some up for the real breakout. So below 93. But I'll keep an eye on this as well. Wouldn't be a bad play on spot, right? To try to catch the move towards 140 plus. But when we're down here, I could also see another sweep of these lows, honestly, into this or even this, into 60, but not sure you're gonna get that. Yeah, I think you're gonna be lucky if you get 70 to 80. Targeting one, yeah, that would be a 2x. Yeah, this trade's higher, I think. 140 at least. Blur. Yeah, low time frame, I mean, same thing, you know, on the 4 hour. Could see this bounce here, but I wouldn't be surprised if it trades towards here. So for this one, I think the play here is just to buy spot. On margin, I don't see like a setup where I'd say there's a safe stop loss. So it makes more sense to just buy some on spot, and then if it goes to 85 to 90, 95 maybe, that area, to buy some more. All right. Because yeah, if you're long here, where do you put your stop? Below these lows? Yeah, then you're just placing them in a liquidity pool. Or you do this half risk, and then if it sweeps this, try again at the lows. But like I said, could also see us wick below this, so then you'd get stopped out again and have to try again. Anyways, up to you. But I'd rather not take something like that. Blur. Yeah, I like this. Well, I like it, but we haven't taken a lot of liquidity to the downside. I like this clean high though. You see, that's always something I'm gonna mark out. That there's still drawn liquidity on the high time frame. How do you execute the order with OI? Nah, I just use price action. So I think we trade towards this to $1 probably. Well, these clean highs first, right, at 0.9. And we just stepped into demand here, but I don't like the fact that we haven't taken a lot of liquidity to the downside. So as you can see, high, swept, retests, swept again, right? If it does this, I could see this trade towards here, these lows. But that will be an area where I'll be very interested in longing. So that scenario would then be something like this, boom, and that's where you buy, targeting up here. Let's see the 4 hour. See 4 hour as well, you know, we'll need a break above here in order for us to, but yeah, then it will be, then it's not worth it, you know. That would be the trigger for higher, but you know, the level is that close to this one that it wouldn't be worth it to take it still. But what I could see here is take this high into that supply, into this level, and then we reject, right? And then maybe all the way back down. Although it's been looking very strong, so I'm not sure you're gonna get it. Or you just assume that the low is in, and then it's something like this. Then you say this is the sweep below this key level, right? Yeah, I mean that would make this makes sense as well. Yeah, 2R, not bad. You see? Actually, that's not looking bad at all. I'll do FET. Leave a like, guys, if you're enjoying the stream. Subscribe if you haven't already. No reason to spam, by the way. I'll read everything. Rose, say, Theta, will do. Theta. Woo! Damn. Yep. Ooh, nice. One second. Yeah, I like, you guys know I like charts like this. Look at this. What's that? Not bad. So I like charts that got this massive bump and then all the way back down, and first price capitulation and then time capitulation. You see, big weekly range. This has the lows, this has the highs. God damn, that was clean, this retest. So to me it looks like some highs will be next, these ones and that one as targets. Then look on the lower time frame for entries, but yeah, look at the 4 hour, probably too late already. So yeah, if you're in longs or if you're in spot, I would just hold, target up here and up here. If not, and you're looking to get in, what I would be waiting for is a range, right? Maybe a low, back up, sweep the low, and that's where you get in. Then you have your sweep, your draw, your invalidation, and your targets. And if it doesn't give you this, so be it. Move on to the next one. But yeah, looking very good in my opinion. Rose I liked as well, I think, if I remember correctly. Yeah, but it swept the high already. You see, that's what I mean. I like charts like Theta, where the highs are not swept yet, more than charts that look like this, because of that high time frame draw. But yeah, definitely looks strong. Although we wicked above it, and this is gonna be big resistance. Yeah, see? Pumped in there, got rejected slightly, but it's holding up nicely. But I personally wouldn't be longing it here. I would either wait for a break above this. You see the resistance here as well, right? So just this area in general. Okay, if the daily smashes above there, boom, buy the retest, target much higher. But as long as we're below, I could still see us move towards this, and maybe even this. At least this low, I think, gets swept. Right, clean 4-hour range. High, low, high swept, retest. Yeah, swept them here, but I'm not sure if that's enough. So not my favorite chart, this. What else did we say? Yeah, not the best looking one as well, because it deviated or swept the highs, and now you have clean validation for shorts. You see? So now you know. Yeah, that 4-hour. This is a beautiful chart, to be honest. Now you know, pumps in there, right? All good. But as long as it's below here, it will likely trade towards range lows again. So similar to the previous one, either look for longs if it smashes above this red area, then buy the dip and target fresh highs. As long as it doesn't, I'd be looking for, yeah, probably range mean here. So if it ranges here, if it does something like this, right, and then goes for a sweep of this, then I might be interested in a long. But just for a day trade, you know, a range play. So that would look something like this. Say we pump a bit here, right, and put in a high around there. Boom. Ideally, do something like this. Then come back down to the lows, sweep them into range mean. That's where you long. Invalidation below range mean, probably keep it below this. Consolidation in case we wick down a bit. Boom. And then, as you can see, even if you just target the first resistance, that would be 1.6R, high probability that we don't straight break down from the first sweep of the lows and take it from there. Oh, this range is not. All right. What's next? Rose, we did. Say, we did. Sich. This? What's that? Never heard of this one. Is it a newer coin as well? Ooh, ooh, damn. Nah, I don't like charts like this. But yeah, it's looking strong. Would I buy it up here? Hell no. If you're in, target the highs as always. Yeah, I mean, not too much to say about this. If you're looking for an entry, because I don't know, you believe in the fundamentals or something, I'd wait for green. At least, right? Before getting in, and then target this high and maybe new highs, I don't know. But yeah, not really liking charts like this. Luna. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't touch this coin, to be honest. Clean lows down here. Maybe for a scalp, something. Well, a scalp on the daily, it's not a scalp, but something like this. If you take all of these lows in here, might be worth buy. But like I said, wouldn't touch this coin. Okay, Rose we did. Yup, we did. Would you add to your position on H bar in case it sweeps local range lows? Like I said, I would probably look for longs. My spot bag is ready, so probably will not touch that. If we close the weekly up here, see downside early in the week and take out the lows, then reclaim, that's where I'll look for a trade. So yeah, I would probably. What a lovely start to the weekend. Hey, good morning, man. ICP. Oof. What's this? It's always funny to see previous analysis. And you see what the trigger was here? Reclaim, buy the retest, and then target higher. Never happened. This was the second scenario. Let's see on the daily. See, wick in there and move lower. That's what happened. And then as you also can see on the lower time frames, when did it start mooning? On the reclaim of the level. Still, it's always interesting to see those things. But yeah, let's see where we're trading at right now. Yeah, see, it went straight towards these highs. That would be my initial target if it was like a range play. Broke out, strong close. Let's see, monthly. Nah, not the best looking monthly. Weekly. Clean lows. With support under. And it pumped straight into resistance. And on the daily, this was a very ugly sweep of the highs. This was a beautiful sweep of the lows though. See, and what do you target? Look at this. Let's make it a range. Lows, the highs. See, so pumped, consolidation, another pump, make a low, make a high. So what high was made after this low? Let's move a little bit lower. From this low, we went to this high, back to the lows, swept the lows into demand, sideways price action that led to the push, swept the lows in there. That was your long. What was the target? Opposite sides. Target hit beautifully and then now rejected again. Just for like educational purposes, you know. But right now, I'm not interested anymore, to be honest. The highs got taken, the lows got taken, this range is played out. What do you look at then? Levels outside of the range, or look to play the range high and the range low on lower time frames. You could. Then in that case, I'd be more interested in looking for bullish price action at range low. Maybe take out these, something like this, and then look to long it. But like I said, then it's just to target the opposite side and maybe even range mean. So maybe there's just better charts out there. And if you don't trade it like that, what would I trade it like? Well, look for new major sweeps of higher time frame liquidity, which would be the lows here and the lows here. So something like this, boom, and then. But yeah, not the best looking one. Aptos. I haven't checked that one in quite a while. Let's see. That was a clean range. And this is clean weekly resistance, and that would be the target. Why? Downside to this low. First decent bounce. Could also take these, but as you'll see on the weekly, this bounce was cleaner. You see? Why? Because this high is more isolated than this one. This one has a high right next to it here, while this one hasn't. So more isolated high, meaning more liquidity gonna be resting above it. This one would be target as well. That's also a clean high. But why I take this as a major target? Because that's the opposite side of this low. This low led to the bounce to this high. Apart from that, I mean, I like how it's consolidating and how it's not doing anything. Because yeah, the longer it consolidates, probably that the more explosive the move will be. And it took out some lows, but also some highs. So in cases like this, margin trades probably not gonna be your best bet, because in cases like this, you're just assuming that this is the consolidation that leads to $15, $16, right? But you don't know when. So you're not gonna long on margin with a wide stop, because then you play funding. Then it's better to just buy some spot, in my opinion. So not a bad spot buy in my eyes, for a 50-60% move. Yeah, not bad. The way I would look to swing long this is if we get aggressive downside and sweep all of these lows once more, right? Because it did sweep it here, but barely, you know? So yeah, but overall, I like this one, for the high time frame at least. Low time frame is pure chop inside a range, so wouldn't be margin trading it. No worries. Just 1 second. SNX, also good coin. Yeah, that was clean, that retests. But as you can see, range lows, yeah, barely swept here, but we'll call it a sweep. The highs swept as well, back to range mean, retest. So 2 ways of playing it. If you're assuming that this is the weekly accumulation, right, you could buy some spots, although it could perfectly trade back towards the lows from here. Not the best looking 3-day and daily charts, swept local highs. Or is there a chart with more data, by the way? Probably. Or yeah, what I like doing more in cases like this, like either you're gonna look to buy the range, but when you do so, you want to get a good entry, right? And right now it swept the highs and it pumped to range high. So what I would do here is, so 2 cases. First, it hasn't broken out yet. You look to buy inside the range, right? Then, as I said, you want to focus on your entry. So ideally look to buy lower, or you wait and buy the breakout. In a case like this, where a chart is this close to range high, right? Invalidation for shorts is really good, and confirmation for swing longs and for breakout longs are close as well. So it's not worth, in my opinion, to buy here, because you rather wait for, you know, if it's gonna break out from here, then you have more confirmation just buying whenever it breaks out and looking to trade it towards the highs. And if it rejects, yeah, then so be it, right? While if you enter here, you can get trapped if this was just the retest of range high that leads to more downside. Makes sense? Oof, yeah, let's... well, that's another range. I like the last one better though. Yeah, but same thing. I don't like this. You see all of the downsides to this low. Boom, boom. Yeah, same plan. And if it breaks out, what would I be targeting? This and nothing more. Check Discord DM. I will check DMs after stream. AVEX. Oof. This one's interesting. You see, because it's close to this. But yeah, reminds me a bit of Sol, you know, where it swept the lows back to the highs and just ranging a bit. Not my favorite chart, because it pumped a lot, nuked, swept the lows, and now pumped into supply while sweeping highs. And technically it's sitting at some support, but at the same time I don't feel like buying it here. I'd wait for a new high and then buy the retest, or wait for lower, probably around here. Take out these lows. This would be a better entry, I think, around green. Because I think it doesn't have the strength from here to break, to pump significantly. I think technically, you know, it's sitting at support, but I think it will be just for a pump to resistance and then sell off again. While down here, I think it should have enough power to at least go back to these highs. Yup, we already did. Aptos we already did. FET. Yeah, mental chart, you know. But swept the highs. Would I buy it here? Nah. But does it look good for higher? Yeah, sure. But what I'd be waiting for would at least be either a range to form, right? And then buy the sweep of the lows and target the highs, or a significant downside back in here. But if you're holding, like I would at least sell some if you're holding this, because it swept all-time highs and got rejected. Oh, daily is looking interesting though. Yeah, for a scalp, it's not looking bad. Yeah, it's pretty ugly. But for a move towards maybe OTE, we can use for this. Yeah, see that lines up with this. So for a move back in there, sure. Scalp maybe, but it's already pumping, so. Yeah, at the same time, you see this daily low looks clean as well, because it's also the 3-day low. So you could wait for maybe bump into OTE, then back down, sweep this, and then get in for a move back to the highs. FET. Oh yeah, we already did. Oh, wow. Okay, that was the one we were looking at. Root. What's this? That's looking weak. Is this new? Oh, we already did. Chart this. Yeah, again, as you can see, we marked this out as our key supply, and guess where it got rejected? It's looking weak now though. Yeah, wouldn't touch this. Pumped, supply, nuked, pumped, back into supply, and now nuking again. So I think as long as we stay below that supply, it's back towards this low into this demand down here. Something like this maybe I trade, but not right here. This or a break above here. Thanks again. Hope you have a look at root. Well, we just did. I have to go, but we'll look if it happened. Have a nice one. See you, man. Check Discord DM. Yes, I will after stream. Thanks for SNX, no worries. Link, let's do link. Inch, nope. We'll do inch after this. Yeah, link, like I said, my target for link was this high here, which got tagged. So I'm holding off with link a little. because yeah, I want to see a bigger range here again, and then sweeps into this green area. There I might look for longs again, but for now I'm staying patient. But for sure it does still look good for higher. Next targets, next high time frame upside targets up here and up here. Let's do GMX. I bought spots on this one. And as I said then, I think I bought up here, so not the best entry, but anyways. We said that this area was clean support, and guess where we just squeezed higher from? Beautiful. Sadly didn't buy more down here, or looked for longs, but it is what it is. We're still in, so in profit right now, which is nice. I'm targeting for this one, I mean, I'll sell a bit at this range high probably, maybe around 70 to 80, right? And then the rest is for all-time highs for $100 at least. Inch, same thing as AVAX and as Sol. Simply ranging. Yes, it's looking good. I like this one more though, because it's just... But yeah, ideally you get a sweep of all of these lows though. It would look so much better then. This one. You see? So ideally Bitcoin nukes a bit going into next week and drags alts lower. And if it does this, yeah, then you buy, in my opinion, targeting the highs. But I still like Inch. But it's just been doing nothing, you know. This is classic. Whenever a coin gets hyped, you know, pumps a lot and then it starts ranging and everyone's like, it's gonna continue. Everyone keeps buying some dips and then it dips a bit further, pumps back up again. Everyone loses his mind until it breaks out again. Right? Oh yeah, let's do Matic, and then I'll hop off. Gotta go somewhere soon, so this one, Mafia, still same plan. Look for longs on the sweep of the lows. Matic, I bought spot a couple days ago. I'm really excited about this. We did a really nice trade as well. We got a little bit lucky because it squeezed on the news. What was it that Reddit added this to their balance sheet together with Bitcoin and Ethereum, and then it squeezed higher. I took profit because I don't like holding whenever news gets announced, and luckily I did because it fully reversed the move. Anyways, the reason I bought spot as well is because of this weekly range, right? Highs, so bigger range with clean highs above here. This one and this one. Range high here, range low here. Swept, broke back above, and then now on top of this range low, we're building a fresh range. Daily, 3-day or weekly range, whatever you want to call it. Highs, lows. Highs swept, lows swept, and looking super strong now, trading around range high with another lower time frame range on the 4-hour, which is looking strong in my opinion. So I think once this accepts above this weekly range high, and once this gets going, I think this will pump hard. So that's why I have a spot back where I'm targeting 1.3, 1.6 and 1.8, well, around there. All right. So yeah, I'm bullish on Matic. Good coin, good coin. Manta. Okay, we'll do Manta as the last one. Yeah, I like Manta as well. Because we were looking for long, well, we were long initially here, closed at break even, longed again, beautiful profit, closed half up here, and then closed a reminder slightly above Monday high because I didn't like the look of it, and then this happened. Swept a lot of liquidity to the downside. Would have been better if we would have swept this, but it's fine in my opinion. But I will be waiting for next week and see what it wants to do. Okay, current weekly open, that is gonna be gone. That's gonna be gone. So monthly open probably will be one to keep an eye on, together with this range high here, right? That got rejected over and over again and then broke out, but instantly back down. So this can be seen as a sweep as well. So get back above there, that would be bullish, or a sweep lower into blue, maybe even all the way down towards here. So I don't know, mixed feelings on Manta. Also the weekly is not gonna close that pretty, you know. If you look at a naked chart, swept last week's high, last week's low unswept together with this low, right? Which could mean that the draw will be on this low. So if it does that, right, that's why I'll be looking for longs on the reclaim and target not only this high at that point, but also all-time highs up here. Anderlecht Brugge. Yeah. Okay, so that's gonna be it for today. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, subscribe. PrimeXBT, check them out. Futures trading, altcoins, commodities, forex, whatever you want, all in that platform. Link in description. If you use it and make a deposit, you get added to my Discord group. Send me a DM and we'll sort things out. Let's take a look at BNB. What's BNB doing? It's still chopping. Yeah. Only long I'm in at the moment, BNB. Alright, so we'll go live again on Tuesday, I guess. Yeah, Tuesday and Thursday. So I'll see you then. And in the meantime, take it easy, take care, and see you in the Discord and on Twitter. Alright, bye. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.